Hello and welcome to Crypto Novus News, where we bring you the top news stories of the day in the world of crypto. Today is December 16th, 2020, and Bitcoin is in the headlines. Bitcoin finally did it. It broke $20,000 and created an all-time new high. So stay tuned and let's see how the market is responding. But first, we want to thank our sponsor, Faith Finance. Live faithfully today, live abundantly tomorrow. Faith Finance helps you manage your finances using biblical principles. Yes, I stand corrected. Yesterday I did a video on how Bitcoin appeared to be stagnated, and here today we have an all-time new high of $20,800. And we can see that right now it's tracking at around $20,656. Well, guys, this is why we love this market. It can drastically change in a day. And of course, this time it did, and it broke to the upside. All major news outlets, CNBC, Forbes, are reporting on Bitcoin's breakout, and of course, its all-time new high. Here, the Economic Times reports the cryptocurrency jumped 4.5% as it moved to a new high of $20,440. It has geared up for more than 170% increase in the past year, which is, buoyed by the demand from larger investors attracted to the potential for quick gains, resistance to inflation, and the expectation that it might become a payment method in mainstream in the future. In the headlines for Yahoo Finance, we see a quote, "Everyone should put 2 to 3% of their net worth into Bitcoin," says, billionaire Mike Novogratz. This rally has been a lot greater than 2017, and Novogratz believes that there's strong evidence which supports that Bitcoin prices will be better than ever before. Novogratz is a big player in Bitcoin and a big character in most of the circles upon which he travels, Princeton, or as a wrestler, Goldman Sachs, etc. Previously, a more conventional, although maverick hedge fund manager, he started Digital Galaxy in 2018. By the end of the third quarter, Digital Galaxy had over $407 million in assets under management, and the firm's digital trading platform processed $1.4 billion in trading volume that year. Now, to put this in context, you got to realize that Bitcoin's market cap is about $350 billion. So needless to say, he's a strong player, and what his perception is of the market is definitely something to take into consideration. But he's not the only one. One gold insider believes Bitcoin could increase 20 to 30x. Dan Tapiera, Gold Bullion International co-founder, has been on record stating that $15 trillion of institutional capital will flow into Bitcoin, pushing prices as high as $500,000 in the future. He believes that in the next 5 years, kind of scroll down, he could see gold going up to $4,000, which is about double what it is presently now. But if gold goes to $4,000, he believes Bitcoin will be somewhere in between $300,000 and $500,000, which we're looking at. That's his 20 to 30x. He clearly states that he believes that there's no question that Bitcoin will in fact outperform gold. Dan is a veteran global macro investor and a co-founder of GBI. And let's just take a quick listen to him as he has this interview on Real Vision.
Part of the problem with macro, and I think that the public funds, is that with all of the algos and computer programs and everything that's entered in the last 10 years, you just have so many eyeballs looking at every single asset that flashes on Bloomberg. And so I've had this view for the last 10 years that the way to make real money is to be involved in things that people can't see, that people can't do, that people aren't aware of, and, or have difficulty doing. Like Bitcoin is extremely difficult for people to buy, even though mostly because it flashes on the screen and they think, the volatility is insane or they can't handle it. But if they were really to do the deep dive on Bitcoin, I think they'd see a whole new world open up And if you position it correctly and size it correctly, it's a position I think all institutional portfolios, including endowments, all need to have as, the
Well, there you go. Little interview with Raw Paul, which I thought was pretty interesting and exciting. As we move on, here we have an article in CoinDesk. They did their report. Bitcoin's value has doubled in the past 3 months, and the institutional rally looks extremely stable. However, some of the other altcoins, like Ethereum, Litecoin, and XRP just have not seen the increases that Bitcoin has seen and reached back to their all-time high. So they're still sitting down around 58 to 88%. But we do have this comment by Band Protocols CEO Savaris Saranakun. I can't pronounce his last name. And this is interesting. He says, when this rally happened in 2017, there was a real lack of products for the new converts to experience, whereas today there is endless uses, protocols, and services. It's very, very true. The breaking of $20,000, which represents a significant hurdle in the mindset of most investors, is entirely new ground for Bitcoin and opens the door for it to climb to 100,000 over the course of 2021. And I believe that to be very, very true. And I think we're all looking forward to seeing, what kind of all-time high can Bitcoin achieve by the end of, 2021. So that just about does it for this episode of Crypto Novus News. Thank you for watching. And again, remember, Crypto Novus is where newbies become masters.